Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, so it is hump day in the middle of the week, but this will be the last day before Thanksgiving. So that brings us to tomorrow, 9 a.m. only. The only class of the day will be on Thursday, so 9 a.m. We have 20 spots available, so you need to register ahead of time in push press. We won't be allowing last second walk-in, so make sure if you're reserved that's how you do it. If you didn't reserve, you're not going to be allowed to join class. Reason being is each station, we're going to have stations, and we're going to have 5 people per station. It's going to help us minimize how much contact everyone has as we get through a pretty tough hero workout. So if you have the 24/7 access, we would ask that if you're able to, maybe you give up your spot and you can do it on your own after class or later in the day if you're able to, and then allow those who don't have the 24/7 access to get into class. However, it's not a big deal. If you reserved your time, you reserved your time. Just make sure you do that. All right. We'll be opening up on Friday at noon. Okay, so that'll be our next class after Thursday. So snatching is what we're doing today. So every 2 minutes, we're going to go on the 0, on the 2, on the 4. We're going to do 3 reps. These should be relatively heavy, but we're perfecting more of a technique base today. But we're doing 3 reps. They don't necessarily have to be touch and go, but if you drop it, pretty much right on the bar right away. We're not stepping back, waiting 10 seconds, okay? Then we're gonna add some weight if you want to, and form's looking good. Then we're gonna move to 2 reps, 6, 8, and 10 minutes, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add some weight, and then every 2 minutes you're gonna do 2 reps. What that's gonna allow you to do is to jump up the weight a little bit, because now you're only doing 2 reps. Again, they don't have to be touch and go, but if you're working on it, it would be something that we would suggest you do. And then the final 3 minutes, 12, 14, and 16, you'll be doing that 1 rep, okay? Not necessarily a 1 rep max, unless it's feeling really, really good, but just kind of feeling some weight as we progress through this movement. Now, as far as snatch goes, you know, it's kind of dependent on what you do. I always say if it doesn't say power in it, then it's a full snatch. However, it's going to be kind of dependent on the coach. The coach knows your capabilities, and you also know your capabilities. So if you're trying to work on the full snatch, and it's something you have been doing in the past, then work on the full snatch. This would be a good day to kind of, under those circumstances where you have the work to rest, work on your technique on it. Now, if you're like, hey, I just don't have the mobility, or it's just something that I've never been able to do, still kind of working at it, and instead of just staying with an empty bar the whole time or a PVC pipe, then maybe working at the power snatch, catching in power, or maybe if we're still working on it, catching in power and then riding it down into the overhead squat is another way we can do it, okay? So there's a couple different things we can do. We're gonna go through some amazing little PVC and barbell warm-ups to get you guys all primed and ready for this one, and then we'll spend a good 16 minutes snatching tomorrow. So that'll be something that we don't do very often, but it is one of the more fun weightlifting techniques, at least I think so. However, classes generally don't like snatching. But if that is you and you don't like snatching, you should come to this day and perfect it and work on it. Because if you never work on it, it's never going to feel comfortable to you, and you're never going to get better. So it's just like double unders. If you never practice them, you're never going to get them. So it's one of those things you just have to kind of do and get through the things that maybe you don't like necessarily. But yeah, that is our workout for Wednesday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for our Thanksgiving workout, which will be a hero WOD for you all. We'll see you tomorrow.